Hey guys, let's play a solid here to look at the Splatoon 3 version 9.0.0 update, releasing August 29, 2024, huh? This update, changes to Amiibo, added support for following Amiibo, Kali Altona, Maria Tona, Pearl, Side Order, Marina Side Order, changes to connectivity, that's new, improved connectivity programming to shorten the time between sent data being received by recipients and the response that is then returned. For general connectivity during the multiplayer, an average reduction of approximately 0.4/60th of a second is expected. Oh wow. The amount of reduction will vary depending on the amount of information being sent back and forth via connectivity and on the processing load. In situations such as dealing damage to or defeating opponents, an average reduction of approximately 3.4/60th of a second is expected. Oh wow, so they made the game work faster. So, interesting. 3 frames faster, 3.4 frames faster. The game should just respond better, right? Okay, and then we should get less laggy kills and stuff. That's good. Changes to multiplayer specifications for some main weapons have changed. Squeezer, foil squeezer, squeezers. Slight speed of the first shot fired up after pressing the ZR button by approximately 5% shorten its flight distance. Slowed movement speed while firing by approximately 8%. Oh, okay. Nerfs, nerfs. So the first shot when you mash ZR, but the other ones are same speed? That's interesting. Unless they mean the first shot after you press and hold. Unless they mean, I don't know if it's the first shot or just pressing shot. And it's to slow the speed of the first shot. Shortened its flight distance. Flight distance. Oh, so it's shortened its range too, in a sense. And in speed and range. Slowed movement speed while firing by approximately 8%. Okay. Range blasters. Range blasters. Decrease the speed radius of the damage explosion by approximately 6%. Decrease the radius of being splattered at the point of impact with a floor or wall or when detonated midair by approximately 9%. Okay. Damage radius nerf. Ink nerf. Painting nerf. Okay. Sniper riders. Slightly decrease the width of spray droplets created by shots. So painting nerf. Okay then. Sloshes, including auto slosher replica, increase the amount of ink consumed by approximately 9%. Oh, slosher ink consumption, huh? Okay then. Heavy-headed splatlings. Slightly decrease the number of spray droplets created by shots. Frequency of inking occurring at the player's feet is unchanged. Oh, okay, so painting less, but you still won't get tangled in your feet. Get stuck without ink at your feet less. Okay. Well strings. Decrease the radius of the ink splatter that occurs upon impact by approximately 8%. Okay, inking nerf. Specifications for some special weapons have changed. Trizuka. Increase the amount of time between activation and becoming able to fire by approximately 1/12 of a second. Oh, they finally gave it a startup. More startup time. 1/12 of a second. That's like we get 1/12 of a second. See? Okay then. 1/12 of a second is how many frames? Like 5 frames? 12, 24, 36, 48, 60. It's like, yeah, like 5 frames, right? Points required for some special ones have changed. Custom range blaster 200, 210. Slosher order, slosher replica 200, 210. Okay. That's not much changes, but they definitely are ones people probably wanted. Okay. In X battles made it less. Oh no, not a single buff, huh? It's just nerfs. Yeah. In X battles made it less likely for players to be matched again with players they just encountered in a previous X battle. This will not completely prevent players from being matched again with players they just encountered in a previous X battle. Okay, just less likely, but not completely. That's interesting. Should add more variety. That's good. Made it so that Japan and regions near it cannot select Tentative Division when selecting an X Battles division. Oh, that's weird. Does that include Australia? I wonder what that means exactly. Changes to Splatfest made it possible for players to achieve a Splatfest title rule or higher to aboard a Splatfest float and take pictures with their allies they won a Splatfest Battle Open or Splatfest Battle Pro with. Ruler made it so that players can choose additional poses from atop the Splatfest float after achieving a Splatfest ruler of +1 or higher. Oh, +1. Additional poses. Oh, okay. Made it possible to select deep cut pose atop the Splatfest float. Made it possible for players who have downloaded the expansion pass to select quid squishes and off the hook poses atop the Splatfest float. Okay. Changes the salmon run. Added data for a special big run. Add an item that can be exchanged for fish scale. An item. Just one. Made it so that you can get capsules containing fish scales from the reward meter. Oh my. Oh, that's good. Okay. Get more fish scales now. Good. Do you get from a will meter when I change each shift rather than each month? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Other changes reduce the experience required for weapons veterans to reach 1 star from 10,000 to 5,000 to make it easy to get shielding licenses. Total XP required to reach 2 stars or higher will not change. Weapons that had 5,000 XP or more but less than 10,000 XP before applying up the Odo will reach 1 star after applying up the Dare and using that weapon once in battle. Okay. Oh, I wonder how that's going to affect the weapons I've been using that are going to become 2 stars soon. Oh no, wait, it's fine. They're already 1 star, right? No, they're 0 stars. So if you use them once, it'll become 1 star. Yeah, it'll be fine. Okay. Required to reach 2,000 higher. Okay, so it'll just be changing the ranges, but the total to get up isn't changed. Okay. Change designs some splash tag banner designs. Some, not just one. Hmm. That'll definitely change the Splatoon 3 World Championship one, at least. This update focuses on adding data for a special big run that will be held in the near future, improving connectivity and making adjustments to battles. In regards to connectivity, we have reduced the time it takes to convey the things that happen in game to the other players by optimizing the game's internal processing and adjusting communication control processing. For multiplayer balance, we made changes that we previously notified you about to lower the performance of some select weapons. Squeezer and Foil Squeezer were intended as weapons that are difficult to master but can produce high performance when mastered. However, because their shots could reach from a long distance and because they had high movement speed while firing, it was easier to make a lot of attempts, which made it easier to make up for the control difficulty. For that reason, their performance has been reduced. Okay. For range blasters, range blaster and custom range blaster, by reducing the area of the attack and inking due to the explosion, we maintain the property of dealing damage to opponents you aim for carefully while reducing the property that deals damage to opponents whose positions are not precisely known. I see. Our intention with bow weapons is to make it so that players who specialize in other weapons are not forced to switch to these weapons, while also maintaining a level of performance sufficient enough for players who are already specialized in these weapons to continue to fight using them. Okay. Balancing them, making it more fair, so you don't have to feel like you have to use them. For the Sniper Rider 5H and the Sniper Rider 5B, we slightly reduced their ability to maintain inking status from a distance. With the Slosher, Slosher Deco, and Order Slosher Replica, we have adjusted performance and points required for specials to make them like many other Sloshers in that they have high instantaneous fighting and inking power, but when fighting with them continuously over time, it is easy to run out of ink. Regarding the heavy edit Splatling and the heavy edit Splatling Nouveau, we changed the aspect of them where, in comparison to other Splatlings with shorter flying distances, they were very effective at maintaining coverage when exchanging a fire axis across areas such as splat zones. Okay. For the Wellstring V and custom Wellstring 5, custom Wellstring 5, we made changes to slightly lower performance when maintaining inking status from a distance. With the Trizuka, we made changes to increase the opening when used on an opponent at close range and also slightly increase the time to find a safe place to take cover after hearing an opponent's Trizuka activation noise. Additionally, we have changed it so that Japan and other regions nearby can now participate in the Tentec division for X battles. Of the total number of players in Japan and nearby region, an extremely small percent select Tentec division for Americas and Europe, despite living in Japan or nearby regions. However, we have made this change because it has reached a percentage that has a negative effect on rankings among players participating in Tentec division. Next up, it will focus on adding data for the Grand Festival. Okay. Wait, update for data on dating for the Grand Festival? So, yep, we're still gonna get that means we have to get an update again in a week or two. Huh. That's strange. Thought they would have added it by now. Bug fixes. Fixes to player controls. Fix an issue on some stages where sometimes when the player moved their character to corners of certain terrain, the character would hang in the air and become unable to move. Adjusted the display method for the aiming reticle for charges in order to fix an issue where it was difficult to see with certain ink colors. Fix an issue where sometimes when the player hit the boundary between a wall and a grate or fence with an ink shot from a blaster string or ink vac explosion would not ink the wall. Okay, good. Fix an issue where... Okay, so I wonder if that'll fix the ink vac inking weirdness from the last patch. Fix an issue where sometimes when the player performed dolly dodge roll or splatana lunge on certain slopes, the player would not smoothly reach the top of the slope. Didn't they already fix that? Maybe it was something slightly different, but I remember something to do with dodge rolls or splatanas. Fix an issue where when a player used the dread ring or dread ringer D while jumping, the flight distance of the ink was slightly shorter than intended. Oh, okay, that's good. Unintentional slight buff, technically, to dread ringer. Also, they call it lunges when you move forward with the splatana. Why do also it's like dually dodge roll? Dodge roll is capitalized, but splatana lunge is not. And splatana and dually aren't capitalized weirdly. Okay. I wonder if there's like internal documents for that reasoning. Fix an issue where when a player, fix an issue where depending on the ink color, it was sometimes difficult to see expected impact point when using certain sub weapons and special weapons. Oh, okay. I wonder how that's fixed. Fix an issue where sometimes when a player threw tactical, so it collided with moving terrain, tactical would vanish instead of deploying properly. Okay. I guess that helps with weird tactical or vanishing weirdness. Good. Fix an issue when using Zipcast or Inkjet, but when a player pressed and held the A button or L button to ready a clam or fizzbang while in the middle of returning to their original position after the end of the effect and tilted left stick to activate dodge roller gear ability. The player might perform an unintended action or an unintended sound effect might play. Okay. So does that mean you'll cancel out fizzbang throwing or you'll cancel out your drop roller ability? Fix an issue where sometimes when a player descended onto the tower pillar after using a beer bomb slipped off, the player would hang in the air and be unable to move until the tower moved. Don't know about that. Fixes to multiplayer. Fix an issue in Scorch Gorge and Turf War mode where by using squid roll players could enter their opponent's space in unintended ways, and Clan Blitz mode where by using squid roll players could enter their opponent's space in unintended ways, in Clan Blitz mode where certain points would not allow swimming despite appearing to be inked. Fix an issue in Yota Alley in Rainmaker mode where there were locations where the count that did not speed up despite being inside a Rainmaker free zone. Notice that when trying to super jump to the top of certain rotating terrain in Museum Alpha and Xena, players will now land in the center of the lower level rather than on top of the terrain. That's to fix weird, like, super jumping to the roof because you were able to squid roll, surge roll onto the roof. Oh, okay. Onto those rotating things. Some people like to do it. Okay. So you can't do that anymore. You can't just super jump up there anymore. That's too bad. Fix an issue and that's too bad. Just can't exploit going up there now. You have to you're going to really do it during the high jump challenge now. Fix an issue in Museum D'Alfonsino and Turf 4 and Splat Zones modes where when attacking players atop certain boxes from the bottom side of the hit boxes, it's possible for attacks to pass through the boxes and deal damage. Okay. Don't really know what that is. Fix an issue where sometimes when using the Zipcast at Mai result players would clip into certain terrain. Okay, good. Move the street lamp in Inkball Art Academy to fix an issue where sometimes when trying to super jump near the street light at the edge of the stage, the player would become unable to control their character. That's a weirdly specific thing. Street lamp in Inkblot Art Academy. Fixed an issue in Inkblot Art Academy where there were locations to Zipcaster could attach despite appearing as though still no terrain. Where sometimes when using the Zipcaster on certain terrain, the player would clip into the terrain after the end of the effect. In Turf War and Splat Zones modes, whereby using squid roll, players could enter their opponent's space in unintended ways. Fixed an issue in Sturgeon Shipyard, whereby using squid roll, players could enter their opponent's space in unintended ways. In Sturgeon Shipyard, where players could get on top of lights mounted on the walls. Where sometimes when using the Zipcaster or Inkjet at certain locations, the player would clip into the terrain after the end of the effect. In Brinewater Springs, where sometimes when using the Zipcaster players would clip into certain terrain. In Brinewater Springs, where the area of certain grades that players could stand on was slightly smaller than it appeared. In Rainmaker mode, where there were locations where the countdown did not speed up despite being inside a Rainmaker free zone. Fixed Initial Barnacle and Dime in Tower Control mode, where certain points allowed swimming despite appearing not to be inked. Fixed Initial Pump Track, where sometimes when it shows the stage before the battle starts, inside of terrain would be shown. Fixed an issue in Lemuria Hub, where by jumping from moving terrain, players could enter their opponent's space in unintended ways. Fixed an issue in Lemuria Hub, where sometimes the camera clipped into the certain terrain and terrain obscured the screen. Fixed an issue in Lemuria Hub, where sometimes the movements of certain moving terrain became unstable. Fixed an issue in Lemuria Hub, where sometimes when the player placed an ink mine at the edge of moving terrain, the placed ink mine would immediately vanish or explode. Fixed an issue in Lemuria Hub, where sometimes when using Reef Slider on top of moving terrain, the direction of the rail would change greatly if the angle of that terrain changed. Fixed an issue in Lemuria Hub in Clam Blitz mode, where sometimes it was not possible to pick up clams, power clams, falling near moving terrain. Okay. Fixes the salmon run. Oh god, why'd you flip around like that? Fixed an issue where when a Brel's canopy is damaged, the canopy would be uninked on other players' screens. Fixed an issue where a communication error will sometimes occur when the explosion from destroying Horrorboros' weak point and Megalodontia's attack both hit a fish stick at the same time. Huh? Communication occurred sometimes when the explosion from destroying Horrorboros' weak point, so the bomb, Megalodontia's attack both hit a fish stick at the same time. Oh, I see. So during Triumvirate, if the Horrorboss's weak point is exploded and the Megalodontia's lunge attack, Arca's lunge, the Megalodontia's attack made the Horrorboss's weak point explode, and both the explosion and the bite, both hit a fish stick at the same time, it would cause a communication error. Oh my god, that's so random, but okay. That's so strangely specific, but okay. Fixed an issue with special rush waves in Beta Rat Arena, where sometimes when Salmonids pass certain locations, they would become stuck there. Okay. Fix an issue in Grizzco where when the player repeatedly approached Mr. Grizz radio, the radio would not bounce. Okay. Fix an issue where sometimes when the extra wave result is crossed because defeating the final moment triumph barely did not make it within time limit. Result for the extra wave recorded in Slightness 3 will display as tick instead. Oh, I see. See, misregisters as you winning it in Splatoon 3 when you didn't. Okay, so fix an issue with big runs where sometimes when a communication error occurred at certain timing on rewards except on screen, the rewards would not be reflecting the Splatoon 3 records despite having actually received them. Okay, good. Fix an issue that sometimes prevented game progression when players selected again with certain timing after finishing an extra work job. That's strange. Fixes the Splatfest. Fix an issue where sometimes when players landed a Fizzbang on the ground inside a big bubbler, a Fizzbang will not launch properly. Fix an issue where sometimes the band that indicates Splatfest team that displays at the start of battles would continue to display during the battle. Fix an issue near Tail Alley Tricolor Turf War mode where certain terrain did not display on the turf map. Fix an issue near Tail Alley Tricolor Turf War mode where the Zipcaster could not attach to certain terrain near the center of the stage. Fix an issue in My Resort where despite being inked by the same team's ink, the ink's brightness appeared unnaturally different in some areas. Okay. Fix an issue in Crab Leg Capital. I don't know what to make of that one. Fix an issue Crab Leg Capital in Tricolor Turf War mode where the parts of certain slopes that players can stand on were slightly larger than they appeared. Other fixes. Crab Leg Cat Tricolor search slopes were slightly larger than they appeared. Oh, I see. you would act like the box that, so like the collision box making you on them would seem bigger than the actual physical appearance. Okay. Fix an issue with regular battles where sometimes when players selected keep going at the end of battle would continue displays if players who selected stop were still in the room. Fix an issue with the cardless and table turf battle where sometimes when sorting by space or rarity, a custom range buster would not be listed at the intended position. Huh. That's funny. Didn't I just made that because I just made the video going over the list, and the custom range blaster was out of place, wasn't it? Huh, that's funny. Now I've documented that. Unintentionally. When I'm going through the table turf list on my previous video. Fix an issue that would cause the news to stop progressing when repeatedly pressing the L stick while an Anakin Splatcast was playing to alternate between watching the news in full screen and listening to the Splatcast. Oh, that's weird. You mashing L? Why are you doing that? Causes the thing to stop working? Huh. Fix an issue where sometimes when players had nearly the max amount of cash and received an item that they already have from the shell machine that would be converted into cash, players would not receive the converted cash. Okay. Fix an issue when using photo mode during private battle recon where a message saying the connection is unstable was included in captured photos. Fix an issue with battle replay graph view where sometimes the number of wipeouts during a match differed from the number displayed in the graph. Okay. Okay, that's everything. That's a lot of different stuff, not just nerfs, so nothing that gets me all that excited actually. I guess I could see what the others have to say. Well, thanks for joining me, guys. If you like, dislikes, comments, subscribe, and see you guys next time. Bye.